What is that? You gotta be kidding me! You, you have got to be kidding me! An awesome chapter with an awesome new addition to that one, and then you have to say that they lost! Do you really have to give us that kind of despair, or are you pulling a very huge troll on us now? Okay. Hey everybody. I'm venting out my frustrations for this chapter was glorious. A One Piece. Extremely good. So many things happen, and yes, everything is going well. And I have to give a shout out to, I think, the Marco the Theorist. I don't know if I guessed that, but we all wondered, where is Carotto? Or Carrot. A carrot. And yeah, she has tied along on the Straw Hat Rescue Sanji ship. And they're taking the Thousand Sunny, by the way. And that's good. I'm already beginning to like Carrot more. But the ending, the freaking ending, was the only thing I didn't like about this chapter. Just how much do you have to hype up a powerful person like that? There is no way that they are destroyed. There is absolutely no way they are destroyed. They must have lost on purpose. Moreover, they probably brought it on that because the Riviere is here now. I know Dragon is gonna be there because he's gonna declare war on the entire kingdom of the worlds. I know that. So what happens in this chapter besides me throwing a tantrum? Well, in this chapter we actually see Nefertari Vivianis, just as like I guessed, they are heading to the Riviere. Turns out that Vivi actually becomes stronger these last days, and she is being escorted by Hina, who is apparently now a rear admiral, which is also another thing I can complain about. Why the hell is she not a vice admiral? We do not have enough female vice admirals, mind you. Would have been good if she was at least a vice, but I guess she is as strong as a vice. On to the thing is that Vivi seems to have gotten stronger because she jumps off from a mast and lands on her feet. The only people who can do that are actually people that are strong. And there's also, we have had a confirmation. Cobra, yeah, he is sick. Ironic, huh? The guy named Cobra is sick. Turns out he may not have long left, but he's still heading towards the Riviera because he needs to ask the world government about the poneglyph. The words Robin said to him when the cavern was falling is still hanging on his mind, and I agree. Elsewhere, a lot of other kingdoms are also preparing to move out, and also here's some funny thing. Turns out that Gao Kingdom from East Blue are also heading out there, and who just happens to have become the king of Gao Kingdom? Well, it's none other than Shelly. Yeah, Sabo's adopted brother had become the king of Gao and are still as arrogant as he always has been. Oh, I'm so looking forward to his destruction because I have a feeling karma is awaiting him in the Riviera. Also, on a side note, even Wapple, who it turns out that his Black Drum Kingdom is lying in the south, are also heading there, as is Sakura Kingdom, which together with Dr. Krua. Dressrosa is also, of course, moving in. Then Rebecca and I think Mancheli is tagging along. It's not really confirmed that Mancheli is tagging along, but and also the Fisherman Island people are also tagging off. Shiraoshi is a little bit worried of heading out because she wanted Luffy to be the first one to get her over up in the Season Zero Forest. The thing is, she promised it would not be a crybaby, but she still has those tears in her eyes. Well, it's not easy for a fragile flower to only bloom and never will wither. But the encouraging words from her brothers may change her mind. If you think about it, Rebecca, Vivi, perhaps Marshally, and Shiraoshi, all of those three girls, I did not count Manchile now, have been saved by Luffy. If they meet at the Riviera, I mean, there's a very huge chance they will become the best of friends. If that happens, that would actually be kind of sweet. Also, it turns out that Cobra is actually scouting for, well, uh, suitors to Vivi, who seems not to want to be married. Why? Is it because she's not interested in men, or is it just because, just like Luffy and Co, she is freedom loving and have no interest in settling down with a suitor she will marry, who she chooses to marry? Who knows? But yeah, and also the Fighting King is also heading out there. So 50 around, I think they said around 50 chapters. Did I just say chapters? Kings and queens are heading out there. They're discussing the world, but also it's a very huge statement that can end in something notorious. And I know something notorious is gonna happen there. And if Dragon shows himself there, then I will be extremely happy. Then again, as said again, it was only the ending who pissed me off. The rest of the chapter was just pure golden. Because back on this rescue ship, we see that Carrot have tagged along, as we all suspected and as was I said earlier in this one. And because even though we still don't have enough personality on Wanda, Carrot is one we never really saw so much personality of. I mean, she somehow could float in air and she clashed with Zoro. Maybe Zoro wasn't that serious, but still. But it turns out that, well, Carrot is almost like a young child. Wonder how old she is. 14? Because she tagged along not because she wanted to, well, maybe she wants to rescue Sanji, but it's more like she only tagged along because she think it sounded like fun. You all remember when she said that sounded like fun when Luffy said he was gonna crash Big Mom's party. Turns out she really wanted to tag along because she wants to go out on an adventure. Huh? What, are you saying that Carrot is gonna be a new crew member? I mean, it's all good for me if a mink becomes a crew member, especially Carrot. We need more female. But I'm still having Jinbei as that 10th member. Moreover, what the hell could Carrot even do? Be a spy? Well, it's clear she's stronger and also pretty adorable and pretty cute. How she sorts out these carrot juice and all the things that she only has for half a day. Of course, Luffy takes a bite of the carrots, and Carrot, the rabbit, suddenly goes berserk and bites him in the throat. And only by Nami saying pat her on the head, which she gives a pretty adorable smile, does she loosen. Apparently, if Luffy hadn't done that, it would have been Carrot with a bite in his throat off. Luffy is made of rubber, but sharp things can cut through him. So, and if Carrot has enough strength to bite through a rubber man's neck, then yeah, she certainly is someone who's doing that. Then they have a little fight on who's gonna cook. Nami, of course, says for 50 million berries, but then Luffy volunteers. The only thing he cooked was wild beast is roasted when he was on that island, but let's see if they will get a stomach acid. And then there comes the ending. Yeah, it turns out for some strange reason, the Revolutionary Army's headquarters, an island that has been mysterious and somehow distant for thousands of years, have been destroyed! You gotta be kidding me! How can Blackbeard be that powerful? How can you hype up Blackbeard and not the Revolutionary? No, I am seriously protesting here. Dragon can't be that weak. Granted, Blackbeard and his troops may be that strong, but still, we know nothing of the Revolutionary. We know nothing on how strong they really are. And are you telling me they were the one who lost? No, I would not have accepted it. I would have preferred that the Blackbeard pirates lost. I don't think it could have been such an easy loss. Something must have happened. Moreover, it only said that the revolutionary's base was destroyed. It doesn't say the revolutionary was found, but then again, how did they figure out there was a revolutionary if it was destroyed? Yeah, that's what I'm meaning. I mean, after all this time, and you telling me a single Yonko destroyed the entire revolutionary? Dragon has all this time been a chess master. Are you telling me gathering all those leaders and then having a Yonko destroy the entire revolutionary? And they're all captured? All like that? That is seriously wasteful! No, 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 as Echevele would say. There's no way the revolutionary are calling it quits right now. So as I said again, awesome chapter. But the ending, only didn't like the ending for the 5th time. And if Dragon and the revolutionary are alive, I have a very big feeling we're gonna see them at the Revier. Because then Dragon is gonna say, like, pick sides, stuff like that. So besides complaining about me and my ranting, give me your thoughts if you have any.